So for me, Batman is my all-time favorite. Like out of any superhero, I don't care what, DC, Marvel, whatever, Dark Horse, whatever. Batman has always been the number one because in the superhero realm of things, he was probably the most relatable as far as like doable, right? And what I mean by that is like you have Superman superpowers, great, but I didn't have as much of a connection with that. What grounds it more to my reality, and the reason why Batman does this, because he's just a guy. He's just a guy. There's no superpowers, and he's got to be smart. The whole idea of the detective, which is why I love reading the detective line right now, and in the comic series that DC has out, and even the White Knight series from Sean Murphy, is like the detective atmosphere, and which is why I did like the Batman film. I like the detective. You like use your brain, use your smarts. You got to figure stuff out. And so there's no laziness there. This isn't just, like, oh, I've got this thing and I have a power. So maybe I rely too much on that power. No, he's got to rely on intellect, and he's got to continually train that to training, period. Like it doesn't just happen. Like you're not going to go kick dudes' butts, just because you got super strength. He doesn't have any super strength. He just has whatever's in the gym working out. And what I love about the Alex Ross Batman stuff is it's real to me. So like the one of Alex Ross where he has with the scars on the back, and because Batman's changing and he's got his cowl and stuff, the dude's got battle scars. Like it's not. It's what I liked about the Christopher Nolan films too. Also, like there was a sense of like you're getting pretty beat up on this, and nobody can just keep taking it. So there is the unlike some of the other superheroes where there's an end life, or there's not an end life, right? You can kind of keep going because you can regenerate, you can do whatever, which is cool. But Batman, to me, why it strikes so much is because he's just a guy. He has to use his brains. He has to work out and train. Like he's dedicated to this. You're dedicating your entire life to helping other people. And you're doing it in a way where nobody knows who you are. So you're doing all this good and you're doing it under a cloak, right? And without any recognition. As a matter of fact, you're being vilified for some of this stuff. Like the fact that you could go out and you could help people and be kind of not demonized, kind of, yes, but like, so you're kind of taking all this on. Now the cowl is taking that on, right? The mantle of Batman is taking that, but look at what you're still doing. And I just, the dedication to it. So all those reasons, and he's got really cool stuff like the Batmobile, like the 1989 Batmobile, the Tumbler. Love the Tumbler. I was an extra in Batman Begins. I got to see the actual Tumbler and watch it in action. But that all that put together is why Batman will always. There's no maybe they'll come out with a superhero that will eclipse it. Never. That will never happen. It will always be Batman. He will always be number one. Batman project that we're doing with Chuck Jones, that's coming out. They've released the images on individuals, so the originals are available, and then we're going to do this big piece, this compilation piece, which I'm chomping at the bit for. If there were more opportunities for Batman to come into existence, if I got a chance to do the 1989, well, basically Batman Returns, so the Tim Burton series of things, if I got an opportunity to start with that, like think of Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, Batman, Alfred, I probably would lose my mind, right? That would be, this is a passion project. That would take the passion project up another notch as well, because that was my entry. Like I watched Batman, the TV series. So that was my entry into Batman live action. And then I got to watch the black and white stuff from the 30s or from the 40s, I think it was. And I've seen those, and it's cool. It's just cool to see that. But to have the TV series and watch it on here, but then to go and experience in the cinema and see Batman for the first time on a giant screen in a world that looked like more of what my world was, that's my entry point into Batman being the connection, right? The TV series introed that and got me really interested. Then the comic books, then I see it on the screen. So if I got a chance for that, I'm like Chuck Jones. We get a chance for that. Just saying. I love pieces, and I collect pieces that mean something to me. They have a connection, and somehow I've got Chuck's originals, some drawings, and sketches, sketchbook. I've got other friends of mine that are phenomenal and well known, and I collect theirs as well. And it's because the images that they're doing connect with me in a way. And what I loved about working on the Batman series the TV series and this compilation that we're doing, and just the characters, is there's something to each one. Like I have father-son memories of watching Batman the TV series with my dad, and him introducing kind of me to that. Little did he know what that would become. And so when people are looking at these things, hopefully as they're looking at this piece, it's something that connects them to either something as a young adult, as a, something as a child, something as a grown up, some memory, of fondness in that universe that was created in this television series that allowed us to escape, right? Enjoy and just kind of be wowed by whatever story, whatever gadgets, and, whatever was going on with the actors on screen and these characters that were once in print that were now live action in front of us. My name's Ben Olson, and I am proud, thrilled, and honored to be working with the Chuck Jones Galleries, and especially on these series that are coming out with the 60s Batman characters, both villains and Batman and Robin themselves, all of which can be viewed and collected with the Chuck Jones Gallery. You can go to chuckjonescatalog.com, and they've got information on how to reach out at client services at chuckjones.com for more information on how to collect these unique pieces.